Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to my channel. I am Rachel and I'm a part-time reseller on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. So I find goods at the thrift store and I flip them online for money. So one of the things I do though is I look for items to send to the Real when I'm out thrifting. I used to use ThredUp a lot, just a little background here, and you know, during the pandemic, they kind of like shut down the labels and whatnot. And so that's when I found the Real. And so I started thrifting with brands that the Real accepts in mind. So they are a luxury consignment site. And so they only accept certain brands, and it has to be on their luxury or their designer directory, which is basically only what they accept. So when I thrift now, I look out for these brands and I don't even list them myself. I send them right to the Real. You know, it's easier. The higher priced stuff tends to sit for me, and I'm a volume seller. And I don't know if you noticed, but I don't have a ton of space. So I really have to keep things moving, and it just works out for me to send it to them. And, you know, I take the credits and I buy myself something nice when I have enough. So I want to show you guys what I'm sending in this month. If you want to see this every month, I do send them a box once a month, or rather I have them come pick up. It's a concierge service, so somebody actually comes to my house and takes it, so I don't have to ship it or anything. But I like to show you guys what I'm sending into them, just so you get an idea of what they take, or you know, what you might want to look out for when you're out thrifting. You know, a lot of us think luxury and we think like, you know, Louis Vuitton and like Gucci, and it's not necessarily that kind of stuff. And so even just in the normal thrift store, I find things to send to them every month. If you want to see this again, subscribe. I would love to have you in a future video. I have been posting a what I sent to the Real video every single month. I also have a video explaining exactly how I use the Real. I'll link it up here so you can watch that if you want. I am getting married this month, and so October is not going to be the time that I'm out thrifting. I don't expect that I'm going to be able to source it all, honestly, between the wedding and the honeymoon. There's probably not going to be any sourcing in the month of October, so I probably will not do a video, what I'm sending to the Real video in the month of November. I think what I'm going to try to do instead is give you kind of a top 10 what sold on the Real, just so you know, you can get a little follow-up and what are some of the things that have actually sold that I've sent in and how much I'm getting for them. So maybe I'll do that instead. Anyway, let me go ahead and show you what I picked up this month, and I'm gonna save my favorite piece for last as per usual, but it's a good one, so stick around. All right, I kind of got these all sectioned off here. This is one of my favorite brands to send to them, Lafayette 148. So these are like trouser pants, maybe dress pants. I find Lafayette 148 pretty frequently, and I send it always to them, to the Real, and it sells pretty quickly for the most part. So you probably have heard me say that before. If this is not your first time watching one of these, I send that brand in all the time. This one, oh, actually, this is a two-piece set. This is Acris. This stuff is pricey at, what is it? Neiman Marcus or wherever they sell it at. It's expensive, but this is the second time I found it. It's a two-piece. It's got the matching blazer, so it's like a business set, career set. So hopefully that sells pretty high. The first thing I found from Acris was a blazer. It was like a wool, like almost like an evening jacket blazer, and I think I made over $100 on that. So especially because this is a two-piece set, hopefully it does well. And you guys, none of this stuff, I don't pay up for it really. You know, I'm big on sharing my cost of goods. I think that's really important because I wouldn't want you to necessarily take my advice on these brands without knowing how much I'm willing to spend on them, right? So fortunately, I live in an area where my Goodwills are pretty reasonably priced, and it's blanket pricing. So all pants are $6. The two-piece suit I think was $12, like $11.99. I've got one other two-piece suit, and the jeans, unless I say otherwise, are $8, and the jackets are $7. So just so you guys know, unless I say otherwise, I'll pointed out, but like all this stuff I did not pay that much for. So just so you know. Jeans. Oh, I actually didn't get these at Goodwill. These are Kate Spade, and they're the Broome Street. Let me back up so you can see. The Real just started taking Kate Spade, at least since I've been using them, and I've been taking full advantage. Those came in a mystery box, I think from Jomar. I got them. I don't know. I posted the video a few videos ago, but those came in a mystery box. I didn't source those out thrifting. These are Rag & Bone. Rag & Bone really is not the jam anymore, and actually I'm kind of waiting for them to take this off the list. I feel like it's going to happen soon, but until it does, I've actually had these listed in my Poshmark closet and on Mercari and stuff, and they're just not selling. I figured these I might give a try for like a couple months, and I'm ready to send them in. Especially because I have, like I said, I've been so busy. I have kind of a light load this month to send them, so I figured I'd add those in. And these I got, I think at Goodwill. So they're frame, and frame used to really be the jam, and they're not selling super quick these days. But these were $8 as well. I'll send these in. At least when you can get frame jeans that are in season, these are the skinny jeans. I think they'll still do okay. As long as they're in season, they typically sell pretty fast on there. All right, this is my favorite brand again, Lafayette 148, and it's this kind of metallic blouse. I feel like this is going to be really nice for people's holiday parties. It is brand new with tags from Saks, Fifth Avenue. The MSRP on here is $198. It does have like a markdown tag on it, but hey, you know, I'm still loving that it's new with tags. I think I paid $8 for this at a little hole-in-the-wall thrift store that I just found around here. So that one was a little more, but I wouldn't have picked it up probably for $8 if it didn't have the tags. But since it was new with tag, I went for it. Here we go, Lafayette 148 again. It's the Lafayette 148 show today, you guys, I guess. So this is a blazer. I think it's wool. It's kind of like a, somebody help me out. What's the name of this pattern? I don't know, maybe it doesn't even have a name, but it's very nice career piece. It is a silk wool blend. Sandro. This is another brand that I find kind of often, but I've noticed with this one, I've got to be kind of selective what I pick up, because it kind of sells hit or miss on the real, but this is nice. This is very in season, I would say. Let me hold it up again. In season. It's got the zebra print. Yeah, I think that one will do just fine. This is Lafayette 148 again. Yeah, it's like all over. Ooh, look at that red. Okay, so it's not quite as bright as it's showing up on camera, but man, that looks good on camera. So it's just like this is more of like a stretchy material. It does have shoulder pads, but it's not as career wear as the other ones. It's probably more like just a casual like layering piece. This is, oh, this was an exciting find. I don't find this brand too often, but when I do, I send it to the Real because I can't sell it to save my life, but it is expensive. This is a Bolo brand, and it sells, it can sell for a lot. It retails for a lot, but I don't tend to have really good luck selling it. This is a good size. In fact, I might try to, I probably should try. I'm just gonna send it in. With the wedding coming up, I do not have time, a ton of time to list anything right now, but that should do pretty well. It's a very nice piece. It's in season. It's a good size. It's a size 16. So that was a fantastic find. Here's my friend again, Lafayette 148. This is got metallic stitching, and it's like this paisley print. It's a very light jacket, so I'd say this is more of an evening jacket. I would bet that they will list it as an evening jacket. All right, couple more, you guys. There is one more clothing item. I'm gonna save that for last, but I do have 2 pair of shoes. These are dirty, I know. Before I show you, I know they're dirty on the inside. It's gross, I didn't clean them yet. But I will before I send them, because if I don't, they'll just send them right back to me. Look at these though. Aren't those nice? They are Rebecca Minkoff. Yeah, see, the insides are gross. Like, I don't know how that even happens, but they're in pretty good condition. The only thing I can see is that, you know, they're obviously worn because of the bottoms, but otherwise, there's no stains or anything. The toes are intact. Well, this one's a little scuffed, but this is my first time finding Rebecca Minkoff, and I'm excited. So I will be sending those in. And I got these. These are like little slip-on black heels. The brand is Vince. This is another brand I just find a ton of, and I always just send to them. These are practically new. I mean, they've been worn, but like maybe once, maybe not. They actually, maybe not. You think these have been worn? Let me know in the comments. Look at the heels. Like, there's a little bit of like maybe where it was rubbed in the store or something, but I don't think these were ever worn. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're in great condition. Okay, I am gonna show you this last piece, which I am so excited that I found. You guys will have to let me know if I should be as excited as I am. It was one of those days where Goodwill had brought out some new racks, and you're not supposed to look through the new racks. They will yell at you. So they put out this rack, and a few people went over and like looked at it, and I was like, okay, so I don't want to get in trouble, but since a few other people had already gone over there and no one yelled at them, I decided to like stroll over and take a look. And this was just like still on the rack that other people passed up. Like, how does this happen? So this is another 2-piece set. Look at this color, first of all. And then look at this, you guys. Oscar de la Renta. It is a 2-piece set. It's got the skirt and the jacket. It's got the shoulder pads. It is made in the USA, and it is vintage. And it's got the tag for like the manufacturer, the union, the Ladies Garment Workers Union. And so when you see a tag like this, you know it's vintage, and vintage is hot. Oscar de la Renta from back in this time. I mean, like, this is good stuff. I do not do well with vintage typically, but like, I know what I have here, and it's pretty good. So I think, anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I gonna like, did I find something really good? I think I did. It's only my second time ever finding Oscar de la Renta, and I've never found anything that vintage before. But I do know that the Real will take vintage designer. I did a few months ago. I found a pair of vintage Christian Dior heels, and they weren't even in great, like, this is in better condition than those heels were. And they did list those heels as vintage, and they listed them for $225, I think. So they definitely list vintage, and it took them a long time to actually put it up because I think they had to research it and authenticate it and everything. But they listed it from like, by like what era it was from, and it says like late 1970s, which I think is really cool. So anyway, that's everything that I'm sending into them for October. So what I'm gonna do is, if you go on their website, you can request an appointment. And so basically, like, I just schedule for my concierge to come here and pick it up. And I just put it all by the front door, and like, she comes and like rings the doorbell, and she quickly looks and just makes sure they're all brands that they accept. That way she can give it back to me if like, she's like, I know they're not gonna take this, which hasn't really happened to me, but she'll put it all in her fancy real bag. She comes in with a big bag, so you don't have to box it up or anything. And then later that day, I get a receipt with like a picture of the tag of every item I'm sending in, and then she mails it into the Real for me. So I literally don't do anything. I just let her know when to be here. She texts me when she's outside. I let her in. She takes the stuff. That's it. So anyway, so that's it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule that pickup for in the next day or so. Like I said, I probably am not gonna have a what I sent to the Real video for November because I'm really not gonna have time to source in October at all. But instead I will try to make that what sold on the Real video, just some of my favorite sales since I've been doing it, which it's been about a year. And I will post that for you guys so that, you know, it's out there when I'm away. That's the beauty of YouTube. I can still keep up with you guys while I'm actually away. So again, like this video, please. It really helps out my channel. Subscribe if you are not subscribed already. I put out reseller content 3 times a week at least. So I would love to see you in a future video. Again, thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.